Hope things are going well. I'm going to cover a bit about my scalping strategy today, and then hopefully you guys can apply it yourselves, but if not, it'll take some time, but we'll get there. So, the first thing you want to do in scalping is plot out some key levels on a higher time frame. So, we don't need every key level, right? We just need the most relevant ones. So, we're going to take our major resistance area, which is this. We'll take our major support, which is this, and we'll take our mid-range, which is just all of this over here. Why is it this? Because again, it's really just anywhere between here and here, right? All of this. And we're not going to use boxes because we'll draw our own boxes. So when we look at this, a scalping strategy needs to have one of two things. Okay? The scalping strategy needs to have one, a consistent repeatability, and two, you need to have a clear plan. So what I like to do when I'm scalping is, there's not really anything good going on here, but let's take something like this. So this is actually a nice example. So first we need to draw, again, our key levels, right? So that's going to be this whole region right here. Now, if we look, well, this is actually going to coincide really nicely with this. So let's say, right, we have this whole block down here, we have this trade above. What I'm going to immediately do is highlight this area, okay? Because all of this is our support level, right? And we can see from here that we've actually flipped this to support. So let's say I want to take a trade. Well, the most obvious trade that I can take, right? As you guys can see, this level was the fuel to move us up multiple times. I can simply long, right? Anywhere along here with my stop below this level. And the key is I want to get my stop as close to this level as possible. That way I make the trade, as worth it as possible from an RR perspective. And the only thing I'm doing here is looking for a key level, waiting for us to get above, and then simply trying to buy as close to it as I can. This is a scalping strategy you can pretty much repeat over and over again. So let's say we have something like this, right? This is very similar. This is your key level. Great. You could buy anywhere along this key level and pretty much do the exact same thing. Or you could have bought here, right? And put your stop below this key level. It doesn't really matter. The point is you have to find a key level, buy as close to it as you can, and put your stop below. Now, the other way to do it is there's a couple very, very high probability scalping strategies I like to look at. And one of them is the equal wick fill. So we'll go on Solana. I'll find this for you. And this will work on any time frame. It's not just the 15-minute chart, but something like this, right? So I'll go to like a much higher time frame here. Okay, something like this. When you have these super long wicks like this that leave like these massive spreads, they're usually going to come back and get filled. So all you really have to do is simply take this point from this point, find the midway, which is here, and just draw a line. And this line will be your support. And this will be true on all of your coins, and it'll be true multiple times. So let's go up here, right? Look at this wick. This is one of the trades we took earlier in the year. 162, 153, so the middle of that is somewhere around 158, 157. Huh, would you look at that? This was support. And what is this point? This is 50% of this wick. You can draw it here. It doesn't really matter because clearly, right, this is support. So what you can do is you can take these massive wicks and draw the midway point, and that will be a good scalp pretty much every time. Let's see if we can find some more of these. Yeah, I mean, this one works too, right? There's your 133, there's your 125, sorry, 120, so around 126, 125, right? And that would be your midway point, and sure enough, this is all support. So that's another thing you can add to your playbook for scalping is look for those deep wicks. You'll find them on any time frame. It doesn't just be the 2-hour chart, right? Here, again, like the 1-minute chart or the 15-minute chart, right? Not a perfect example, but I mean, this pretty much does the job again, right? There you go. So What do we see here? Super long wick, 123, 121. Take the midway point, and that's going to be your support. And you usually want it accompanied by this structure where you make an initial high, you come back down, and then you come back up higher. And that's usually exactly what you want to see from this type of trade. And these are all going to look the same. So again, something like this, it's the same thing. Something like that. And then yeah, right, this is the same thing again, where you've created this super long imbalance and then you just come back and fill it 50%. So add these to your scalping, and I wish you guys good luck.